Impact of COVID-19 on the shipping and maritime industry. The outbreak of the infectious disease named as the coronavirus disease, COVID-19, caused by the newly discovered coronavirus, has caused chaos and panic all over the world, causing the ceasing of all normal daily activities like going to work, a walk outside, or in some countries, even stepping a foot outside the house. One of the activities that has also been majorly impacted due to the spread of this disease is the shipping and maritime industry. This epidemic has caused the shipping and maritime industry to face the worst circumstances as the workforce in this sector has been shut down for the safety and prevention of the escalation of COVID-19. This setback has also been caused due to the standstill of all kind of cargoes via water or air during this quarantine period, as the transportation of such cargoes in ship or through the air can be possibly carrying with it the virus from one port to another. This widespread pandemic has launched a major brunt for the shipping and maritime industry not only from the ports of China, but also the ports globally. All the trade chain, including the major import and export trade, is in the face with a downfall. During this adverse time and the urgency of the situation, a ban has also been imposed by various countries on the entry of containers and vessels that are being operated from other ports, especially those that are transported from China. Such impeded operations have hampered with the logistic and operation of these industries. During this adverse time, many workers and staff are being trapped on board the vessel due to either being in quarantine or for other prescribed safety issues. The ports are also running at a low capacity and the storage facilities have been highly overcrowded. The maritime transport and shipping industry is plastered with major challenges during this challenging time. Some of these issues faced by the maritime and shipping industry have been outlined. Port closures. Ports have been closed due to quarantine period in evac and in order to ensure the well-being of workers and various conditions have been imposed. For instance, the ban of marine vessels into certain countries which has demanded such vessels to be on the water and not have destination port to go to. The entry of vessels by certain countries has been restricted or prohibited, thus causing chaos among the marine transportation facilities globally. Less demand for cargoes. The competent health authorities of every country are avoiding the risk of spreading of COVID-19, which has led to the decline in import and export of product and goods between countries. All such goods that were previously carried conveniently on a ship or any other marine vehicle have to follow a set standard of rules and procedure which has limited the demand for such cargoes. The delay in such transportation due to added complication of quarantine period have led to the further decline of demand for such cargoes. Perishable goods are not being able to be transported due to the waiting period of 14 days or the waiting period prescribed by the competent authorities in every country. Dispute between owners and carters. Carters hire the vessel from the owners to the vessel, and various kinds of disputes are arising between the owners and carters of such vessel due to loss of time and money. The disputes are arising pertaining to the hire period of such vessel, where the charter had been granted such a vessel for a limited period of time. However, such time period being negated due to force majeure. Dispute in late time settlement. The owners grant the vessel to charters for a definite time period for fixed costs. The overriding of such time period leads to additional costs that have to be paid for supervising the set time period. COVID-19 has imposed major difficulties on the settlement of such time period as the vessels are prohibited from entering certain ports, forcing them to be on territorial waters for an extended period of time, forcing them to be a party to pay additional costs that are under the like of dispute. Due to the force majeure, such costs are not being paid, therefore causing losses to parties. Discussion on clauses. Every owner of ship or a vessel is to add an infectious disease clause within its directive and guideline which is causing a dispute between the owners of the vessel and charters hiring such vessel. Both parties would want to add such clauses advantageous to their own situation or clauses that ensure maximum safety, which is leading to disagreement on which clauses to be inserted. Bankruptcy. Many small companies engaged in the maritime and shipping industry have gone bankrupt due to the less demand and the inability to handle the finances of the company during this period of less demand of cargoes and shipping. This has majorly impacted the small running businesses and even resulted in the shutting down of various companies engaged in this industry. Federal Transport Authority in play. The Federal Transport Authority (FTA) in the United Arab Emirates (UAE) has issued circulars with instructions that mandate various precautionary measures in light of the outbreak of COVID-19 in the maritime and shipping industry. Such institutions dictate the measures and method to be adopted for containers and vessels that enter through the various waterways and airways in the UAE. Such instructions have been issued to contain the negative effect of this contagious disease and aim to keep the safety of transportation staff and users as the top priority. Such directives include the reduction of the number of staff engaged in such transportation, apply the preventive distancing policy in the public transport mean, implement regular plan for disinfecting mean of the transport and facilities as determined by the competent authorities from time to time. Ensure a bankrupt for human resources in case the current staff falls as a victim to the virus so that the continuity of such operation is maintained, organize and establish communication channel within every organization to facilitate the reporting of any symptom in order to tackle it swiftly in accordance with the procedures of the respective country. Moreover, instructions that have been issued to educate the staff and workers about the crucial and necessary precautions and measures to be taken with regard to their operation in the work environment. All the vital equipment required for all disinfection is also to be delivered and installed and all such disinfection supplies to be distributed amongst the workforce and staff. The transportation facilities would also be disinfected on a timely basis and reduce the staff by launching modern technologies to do the possible work. Thank you.